Have you ever considered successfully changing negative habits and striving for abundance and prosperity? Wealthy people think differently, and if you're not rich and powerful, it's because your subconscious mind won't let you be. However, there is some good news. Everyone's mental programs are adaptable, overwritten rather than deleted them. So to achieve the level of abundance and prosperity you desire in your life, you must first become aware of how your mind works. Stop listening to people who tell you that you must be qualified in another program. You don't need another program to be successful. You just need to change your mindset. When you decide you want to be a millionaire, you immediately begin thinking, how can I become one? When this thought occurs, you will become frustrated. Such naive thoughts and feelings will not lead to your becoming a millionaire. And as soon as these destructive thoughts enter your mind, you begin to think, I guess this isn't my destiny. Now, imagine I tell you how you can become a wealthy millionaire with what you have. Because here's the thing, you all have everything you need to become wealthy. You simply just don't believe it. You make desperate moves when you're hopeless. You find an area of your life where you lack wealth and devote all your energy to improving it. Stop hanging out with unhealthy people unless you have committed to assisting them in becoming healthy. Get your finances in order and your spiritual life in order. There should be no area of your life where you cannot be wealthy, because our lives are meaningful only when we are productive and tireless. What is the function of money? First, it gives you power over your life. Number 2, it provides you with options. Third, it enables you to live a life of service to the causes you care about. Here's the first step to accumulating wealth. If you want to become wealthy, you must be willing to go against the grain to achieve your goal. Make self-discipline a driving force in your life. How many of you know that you would be further along in achieving your goals if you were more disciplined? Living undisciplined is insane. Because few people are willing to discipline themselves, the road is straight and narrow. 85% of people let their desire to succeed be overshadowed by their fear of failure. But everything worth fighting for deserves to fail before succeeding. You have a gift that God gave up. You each have a gift that God gave up on you when He created you. God never made a single soul without first bestowing a blessing upon it. He hid it within each of us. He didn't hide it under the sea or the mountain or anywhere else. It's not under any rock. God put everything you need inside of you at birth. You all have gifts, but you must use them. God's gift to you at birth is the absolute best thing that you can do with the least amount of effort. Whatever you do, if you're not using your gift, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time if the alarm clock makes you sick in the morning. It's because you aren't acting on your blessing. You're contradicting what God intended for you to be. If you're not aware of your gift, go home today, don't talk to anyone, and sit down and talk to yourself. What's the best thing you've ever done? It won't take you long if you put forth minimal effort. You're old enough. You've matured. Whatever gift you have within you, let the world know about it. Make a note of it, repeat it, and visualize it. Okay, now consider this for a moment. Do you think someone would pay you $10 to accomplish something because of the gift you have within you? Someone has given you $10 in exchange for what you have accomplished through your gift. That's how it works. It's called a multiple of 10. You don't have to figure out how to become a millionaire. All you have to do is figure out what you can do with your gift to get $10. So now you go and make $10, and as soon as you get paid, you repeat the process 10 more times, whatever it had been. If you multiply $10 by 10, you get $100. When you have $100, repeat whatever you did to get those $100 10 more times more. Simply repeat the process 10 times more, and you'll have made $1,000. Repeat this process 10 times more, now you've made $10,000. What do you think you need to grow? You simply need to do a little more of whatever you did to earn $10,000. Repeat this 10 more times, repeat this 10 more times, you've tripled over. You have $100,000. You may need to hire people. You must do what you did for $10,000 for that to happen. You don't have to be great to begin. You must start to become great. I believe that doing what you love is the definition of success. Find someone who will pay you to do it. So first, figure out what you enjoy doing and then look into ways to make a living from it. Cooking, writing, painting, working with people, being a business owner are all ways to do it. Another important factor has the confidence to follow through on whatever your dream is. You see, when you make a commitment, it becomes essential. When you decide to do it, regardless of the consequences, it will change your life. Because you are poor, you're tempted to do things you should not. People in financial distress make more desperate decisions. I make a lot of money, but I only live on 30% of my earnings. How do you get a higher than average income? The solution is to become a person who is above average. Learn to put more effort into yourself than into your own work. You must change for changes to be made for you. The only way things will improve for you is if you improve. Life and business are similar to the changing of the seasons. You can't change the seasons, but you can change yourself. And you'll notice that your life will improve as a result. Not by chance, but because you decided to be the change. I used to blame everything that happened outside of my life if my life wasn't fulfilling. Remember that the quality or quantity of your life is not determined by what happens to you. And the reason for this is what happens in one day impacts everyone. I discovered that the same things can happen to two different people at the same time. One becomes wealthy while the other remains impoverished due to his poor mindset. It's not what happens to you that causes you to suffer, but instead what you do changes everything in your life. There's a thunderstorm when two men wake up in the morning. One of them looks out of his window, sees the storm, and says, "Wow, what a storm. In weather like this, they can't expect it to come out." So he stays at home. The same morning, another guy looks out the window and sees the same storm, exclaiming, "Wow, what a storm," but then continues. You know, with weather like this, what a great day to go out and make some sales. Most of us will probably be at home, especially sales. It's not so much what happens as it is what you do. So here's a key question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow? How will the course of your life change? What will you do beginning tomorrow to make a difference? You can guess for yourself if you're not going to make a significant change in your life. What your life will be in the next 5 years. Look back at the last 5 years, because the next 5 will be the same unless you make a decision to make your life a success. But the key that unlocks the door to a new world, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want, but it's nice to know that you can change your everyday life if you wish.